Guys, welcome to my video. Today I will be reviewing the game Grounded and talking about if I think it's worth buying in 2021. Right now, Grounded is for sale on Xbox and PC for $30. It's not on sale on anything else or any other platforms as of right now, but that might change. But I'm pretty sure it's an Xbox original. You can buy Grounded, or you can get it on Game Pass, which is where I think a lot of people are going to get it for probably the best value. You can either buy one game for $30, or you can buy access to 100 games for a month for like $15. I guess some PC players are missing out on that deal though, but it's really good for Xbox players, and I think you can get it through PC if you have an Xbox account. I'm not sure exactly how it works since I play on Xbox, but either way, it's a great deal. Anyways, to decide if Grounded is worth playing in 2021 or not, I'll be talking about what I liked and disliked about the game by saying what's good, what's bad, and what's ugly about it. Hopefully this can help you decide if you want to play or buy it or not. Before I start talking about what I really liked about Grounded, I just want to really apologize to you guys because for some reason, even though it's July 3rd, the day before 4th of July, which is America's Independence Day, so people always shoot off fireworks, so my neighbors are shooting off fireworks for whatever reason right now, so I'm sorry if you guys can hear that. But yeah, to start off talking about what I liked about Grounded, I love the premise. You start off shrunken in the middle of a suburban backyard, and blades of grass are the sizes of trees. It's really cool. There's an actual tree in this game, and it is so huge, it feels like you're looking up at a skyscraper. I just think it's really fun seeing all of this, and it honestly kind of changes your perspective when you're just walking outside, because there's so many little buds, and it's like a whole little ecosystem down there that you get to see in Grounded, and it's fascinating, really. And speaking of insects being ginormous in this game, they are terrifying. I never was someone who was scared of spiders and bugs and stuff in general, but now I think I am. They're huge in this. There's a spider in this called the wolf spider who jump scares you from behind and kills you, and I think when that happened to me, it took at least 10 years off of my life. Just be warned that this game can be much scarier than you might expect. I really think of this game as something like Subnautica, but on land, and you're also very tiny. There's a whole story mode that's kind of sciencey like Subnautica, so it definitely is similar. If you're a fan of Subnautica, I think you might be a fan of this game too. And of course, I can't speak for you, everyone has their own opinion. I like this game, there are some flaws, I'll get to that later, but overall it's a good game. But of course, if you're looking to buy this game, don't go off my word alone, look at some more gameplay, go off of other things as well. But yeah, I just really also love how this game has some really cool landmarks. There's these little soda cans and juice boxes that are huge compared to your tiny character. It looks surreal. And there's also a baseball in Grounded that is at least 10 times your size. These things act as a constant reminder that you're the size of an ant, as if a tree-sized blades of grass weren't enough. A lot of strengths of this game comes from the original premise and awesome world design, but I also think that the gameplay is great. Considering this is all still an early access game, I was expecting much worse gameplay, but there were a few glitches here and there. Like sometimes I just did randomly glitch into a blade of grass and have to chop it down. But besides that, it wasn't that bad. This game feels polished considering it still says you're pre-ordering the game when you buy it. Grounded is a pretty basic survival game at its core, but it has so many unique aspects. It has crafting, building, gathering food, gathering water, and all of that basic stuff, but I think what separates Grounded from many other survival games is the progression. It's one of the best I've seen in a survival game for a while, even if it is difficult to master. I don't play a ton of survival games, but I still think this is very good compared to ones I've played before. There's a lot of stuff to unlock, and this is very difficult, like I said, and things can be confusing at first and even later on, but there's nothing Google can't solve, and that's really helpful. I will say, don't feel guilty if you Google like how to make something. I did that a lot, and it helps. You aren't just gonna wander around aimlessly looking for stuff, especially at the beginning. Later on you get the hang of it, but at the start just know that Google is your best friend in this. Grounded definitely isn't a game that holds your hand, and I thought there was a big learning curve, but it feels very satisfying when you do figure out how to do things. I was really dumb, and I didn't even know how to craft stuff, and I didn't know where to go when I had a mission to investigate something that happened at the big tree I mentioned. I mentioned it was like a huge skyscraper earlier, until I realized that I could just look up and see it. It made me feel kind of dumb, but it felt satisfying when I realized, oh yeah, I can look up. I didn't have to Google where is this tree, because you just look up, and there's stuff like that that makes this game feel very rewarding and satisfying when you figure it out on your own. If you don't like survival games, Grounded may not be for you, but luckily you can play this game in multiplayer as well. That is a great aspect of this game. I think this is a good game to play if maybe you're not the best at survival games, but maybe your friend is, and your friend could show you how to do things. One weakness a lot of survival games have is a lack of things to do. Grounded does have this issue to an extent. I'll get to that later, but in general there is a ton to do. Just a few days ago, a huge new update came out called Shroom and Doom, which added a new boss, pets, new crafting structures, weapons, and new things you can use to build houses. There's a lot of more stuff they added. What I said is just the highlights, but if you want to see more, I recommend seeing a video that goes more in depth, because there's a lot, and if this game seems interesting to you so far, I think it would be great for you guys to see that as well. Even though I haven't had this game for a long time, I get the sense that the developers care about the player base. They have a mode for people with arachnophobia or who are just scared of spiders in general, and it makes the spiders look so much less scary, which is hilarious and honestly helpful. And that's a very small thing, but it makes the game better, and there's lots of other small things that add up to make the game so much better and just a great playing experience. That's really what I like about Grounded. Things add up and it makes things great. Now, to get to what I didn't like about Grounded. To start, I feel like even though there's a lot of stuff to do and progress, it starts to feel the same after a while. You unlock a new weapon recipe, then you kill a bunch of insects to get that weapon, then you unlock the next crafting recipe for an even better weapon, and you just kill even more insects and stuff to get the ingredients for that. And it's just a cycle of the same thing that feels repetitive. Content is content, but a lot of stuff in Grounded starts to feel the same. This game is a bit too grindy for my liking. Now to get to what I really didn't like about Grounded. This goes hand in hand with what I just said, but as things start to feel the same, they get boring. There's always quests to do, but you can only do so much before it's just so boring. I still have a lot of things left to unlock in this game, so it is not a good sign that I'm starting to get bored of things this pretty early on. This is an issue a lot of survival games face, and Grounded is not saved from this issue, and unfortunately things get a bit stale. The map of Grounded is huge considering it's just a backyard, but just like many other things in this game, there's only so much you can do. I just wish there was more of a variety of enemies you can fight, instead of a ton of different things you can build your house out of. It's great to have a ton of options to build your house out of, I'm sure a lot of people love that, but I just feel like there's not enough enemies to fight, and variety in fighting them. I will say though that the new boss they just added is awesome. That's a step in the right direction, and I have a feeling the next update will add more stuff like that, but as of right now this game feels a little bit bare bones when it comes to enemies. Anyways, even if Grounded can get a bit stale, it's still fun. It's a breath of fresh air for a survival game genre, and fans of the genre will love this. For people who aren't already fans of survival games, I hate to say it, but I don't think Grounded is worth playing in 2021 for you if you don't already have it and can only buy it for full price. If it's on sale, maybe it's better. I do think Grounded is a lot of fun if you like these kinds of games, and I say it's absolutely worth a try if you have friends who play it or who want to play it. I recommend anyone to play Grounded on Game Pass. It's a great deal. If you have Xbox, you could probably buy Game Pass for $1 a month. That's enough, for it always seems to be there. It's just a one-time thing, but it's a great thing to try. If you end up not liking Grounded and you get it on Game Pass, you could always just play another game on Game Pass. There's a ton of them. This game is fun and refreshing until it isn't, and things become a bit stale, but I still think it's worth playing in 2021. If you like these kinds of games, absolutely play it, or if you find a good sale, then it's also absolutely worth playing. It's fun, you can get a lot of hours of gaming in from it, and if this game sounds appealing from what I've said, then I recommend playing it. Like I said, just try to find a good sale for it or get Game Pass. I rate Grounded an 8 out of 10. So, thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video because it would really mean a lot. Make sure to tell me if there are any movies or shows you'd like to see me review next, and I will see you in the next video.